Welcome to Study Guide 9. We have a great chapter ahead of us. Make sure that you read through the William Fullilove chapter 9. Do that carefully. I want you to listen to the MP3 file of Genesis 1. Try to do that at least 3 times. It's only about 6 minutes long. See how much you can follow. I know it's quick, and I know it's not going to be perfect, but listen to his pronunciation. See how much you can follow along. I'll ask you on the quiz just to self-assess how much you can do that. And of course, the link is here. I want you to translate Genesis 1:21 to 25. If you are drowning, go back and do Genesis 1:1 to 10. Do the thing that will be most productive for you. But if you can, try to go ahead and add 21 to 25. Our vocabulary, straightforward, moed, appointed time or season. I think we've had that in Genesis 1 already. Ir is city. I'm trying to think if there's a common text. This word appears everywhere in the text, so make sure you learn it. Natan, give. Nathaniel means the gift of God. Jonathan is Yahweh's gift. Sar is chief of official. The feminine form, Sarai, is like my princess, Sarah's name. Yardain, I can't tell you how many times I've come to this and tried to parse it as some kind of imperfect, but its proper name, the Jordan River. Son, flock. Rosh is head. We know Reshit, so it should be straightforward. Avraham, so Abraham's new name, father of a great nation, it's interpreted as. Olah is a burnt offering. This is a offering that's skinned and then dismembered, and then everything is burnt up except the skin. This is what God tells Abraham to do to Isaac, to offer him up as a burnt offering. Is people. Eved is servant. So you familiar with that probably. Shalosh is 3. Bo is go in. Buy it. What do you do to a house? You buy it. That's my mnemonic device. Haya is form of to be. Ohel is a tent. And then Mata we had from our discussion in Psalm 110. So a straightforward list. Work on that. You probably want to read through Fullilove's list as well. Ahot is sister. And that looks plural, but this is actually the singular form, so make sure you notice that. Then, Ram, Aiel, Ach, surely. Aim is mother. Emmy would be like my mother or something like that. Off is also or even. Behema, that occurs everywhere. It's cattle or domestic animals. Bama is high place, so like Solomon builds high places, not a good thing. Ba'ad, behind, or for the benefit of. Basar, we're familiar with, flesh. Choma, wall. Hoots, outside of. Hatzer, an unwalled village. Yain, wine. Ki is that, like Kitov we've had. Ke'im is except. La ilah, we've read in Genesis 1, night. Lama or lama with the Dagesh or without. This part of it is two. The left part is two, and then ma is what? Ne'um, we've run across Ne'um Adonai, and they're treating this, and I guess technically this is true, as a noun, Ne'um Adonai, an oracle of Yahweh. In Rishon first, so you don't have to know these for the test, but make sure you just review. Well, some of them will be from our list, and some of them will be new. In terms of forms, these are the participle, the ing form of the verb. The participle can, because it's a participle is a verbal adjective. So you treat it like an adjective, but it's an ing form. So this is man killing. So if you want to say the killing one, you could say ha kotel. Notice that all the participles, active participles, have the holum. You do have this call passive, katul. The giveaway for a call active participle is this holum on the first syllable here, kotel. These are alternate forms, so this is the standard feminine participle, but you'll also find it written this way. And then the call passive, the one being killed is how you would translate it. You can put the definite article with these, or you can not put it with these. So just straightforward, memorize these forms. If you want to do the masculine plural form, it would be im. The feminine plural would be ot on the end, but straightforward things. But make sure you learn that. And also review the imperfect and perfect, which we already know, but just make sure you get it again. And then add to that this pronoun list. Who is he and he is she? Get those down. Ata, and you can see that there's a connection with these perfect endings. At, ani, anoki, this is the pronoun, standalone pronoun I. Hema or haim, you'll see either one. Hena or hain for the third feminine plural. Atem, you men plural, and you can see it's very similar to that ending. Atain, you women, very similar to that ending. And anachnu is we, and of course the new there. So make sure you can write this out. We'll have it on the test. So the last thing we'll do, I want you to be able to translate as much of this as you can. If you're drowning, work on what you've already studied. If you feel pretty good, then come down here. This will be 21. God created the ha-taninim. And we saw that's very strange how that word's used. It's usually translated sea monsters. This is the second use of bara in this chapter. What kind of ha-taninim? It's the ha-gadolim, so it's the great ones. And he created the nefesh hayah, all the living soul, creeping. So here's an example of our feminine participle. The one creeping, which the waters swarm with according to their kinds, and all the bird of wing according to her kind. And God saw that it was good. And God blessed them, Elohim blessed them, saying, and then all this is the dominion, well, when it's given to man, it will be the dominion mandate, but partially given to the animals. Be fruitful, multiply, fill the waters in the seas, and let the bird become great on the land. So this is a Joseph of Rabbah. And there was evening, and there was morning, day 5. So I guess this isn't Joseph, it's saying what happened. God blessed them, and the bird became great on the land. There was evening and morning, day 5, and Elohim said, let the earth bring forth Nefesh Hayah, a living soul, according to her kind, Behema, so that's one of the words we saw in the vocabulary, animals, creeping things, living thing on the earth. Now, this is strange. I'm just going to pull BibleWorks over where we can see this. Genesis 1:22. Make this look a little bit better. Let the earth bring forth Nefesh Yah according to her kind, cattle and creeping things, and then this form is a strange form. Every now and then in text you'll get what looks like a case ending. So this is actually just a living thing of the earth, beast of the earth. You can see it. That looks like it's a pronominal suffix, but see, they don't list it that way here. And so this is, I've heard it called an archaic form, but just remember construct, living things of the earth, according to its kind, and it was so. And Elohim made the beast of the earth according to her kind, and the beast, the living thing of the earth, and the beast, or the cattle, or behema, domestic animal, according to her kind, and all the creeping things of the earth, ha-adamah, you see Adam and Adamah, according to its kind. So that's a third masculine singular. Vayar Elohim, and God saw that it was good. So what you want to do is work on reading as much of this as possible. Make sure you get the forms. I think we'll have a great time together. On 9, we'll read through this, be ready to present passage, and I'll see you on Thursday.